Hi again, here we are to talk about WordPress, and I'd like to just mention a few things about web typography. I am in no way an expert on web typography, but I thought I would just bring up a couple ideas for you to think about. So anyway, here I am. I'm going to go to one of my interior pages here, maybe this social calendar page here, and you can see I've got a bunch of paragraphs, and what we've done is we've set let me inspect this here. Maybe I'll inspect this one over here, right? So there we go, there's a paragraph there, right? And if I look at the inspector, and I'm going to scroll to the bottom of the inspector and find the metrics, right? And this tells me how big something is. And what you can see is this is the dimensions. It's 700 wide by 162 tall. And then this is the padding, the border, and the margin. So it's 162 tall, and it has 27 pixels margin at the bottom. If I look at my style sheet and I see that I have a font size of 18 pixels, we'll get the calculator here. So I got 18 pixel font size, right? That's essentially the height of the characters, right? And then I have a line height, right? So this is the distance between lines, right? Or not really between the lines, but the whole height where the characters are drawn in, right? Okay, this is 1.5. So that essentially that's 1.5 times the height of the character, right? So if I have 18 times 1.5, that means every line is 27 pixels tall, right? And you'll notice I used margin bottom on everything of 1.5 ems, right? So that an em for us is essentially 18 pixels, right? So that means that the space at the bottom here is 27. So it's one line height tall, right? And then if I look at this 162 number there, and I get my calculator again, and I do 162 divided by 27, I get 6. And the reason I get 6 here is because there are 6 lines there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So that, there we go. We see our typography and the numbers that we chose and put in our CSS in action here. So anyway, there's some thought for you. And, this is another reason why I set the margin bottom to 27 is so that it would be exactly a line height tall. And so we get a consistent spacing all the way down, even when there's a space between paragraphs, right? Okay, so anyway, so that should get you started. And while we're here, why don't we talk about this, the images, right? So these images, they use a caption, and if I edit the post and take a quick look at the picture here, if I click on it and then I go to the little pencil button there, you'll see the dialog box here, and it lets me set a caption, alt text, and then choose some other options, right? So essentially this is the caption right there, and you can type anything in. If it's blank, then nothing shows up. But if you've included some text here, then that's going to be the caption for your picture, right? Let me go back to my post here now, right? And these captions are interesting because you can style them, right? Let's style them. So if I inspect the element here, what you'll see is that these pictures are made up of a div with class wp-caption, because it has a caption, right? And then there's an anchor tag inside and an image in that. And this may change depending on how you have your thing set up. If there's no caption, you won't get this div. It'll just be the A and the image. If the image doesn't have a link on it, then it'll just be the image by itself without the anchor tag, okay? So since we have a caption, we're getting this this div with a class wp-caption, and then underneath the anchor tag, so the picture's in this anchor tag, right? And then underneath that anchor tag, there's a paragraph, and that's the caption, and it has a class of wp-caption-text, right? So what can you do? Well, if you want to style the whole box, like, you want to put like a color behind this or a border around the image and the caption all together, you can style wp-caption. And if you want to just style the caption text by itself, you can style wp-caption-text, right? So maybe I'll do that. I'm just going to copy this class name here, And what I want to do is maybe I'll just put it here. Call it Caption Styles, and we'll say wp-caption-text. You're going to be, maybe I'll use that other font to make the captions stand out from the other text. So I'll borrow this font name, and so all the captions will be this font, right? And then what I'm going to do is maybe I'll make the color like some other color. I'll make it like maybe like a gray. How about that, right? So I'll save that. And then maybe I'll also do the captions as text align center. Okay? So we'll save that. We'll make sure it updates here and then refresh it in our browser. Hey, there we go. So now there's the style for my caption, right? And you can see all the captions get that new style. So anyway, and that kind of pulls this text out and makes it separate from the other text on the page, okay? So anyway, hopefully that helps you get started on styling some of the stuff in your posts and working with your type. Thanks for watching.